Hello, Carlos Camarillo here for another Tips for Tuesday, and I am going to talk about the financial pyramid once again. I will be talking about the offensive planning, and that's planning for major purchases, planning for emergencies, planning for college education, and planning for retirement. So, planning for major purchases. So, if you're getting ready to purchase a vehicle, home, real estate, furniture, etc., you don't want to just walk in there and make the purchase. You need to plan for it. Why? Because your emotions are going to make the purchase if you don't plan for it. So, how many of you guys have walked through a car lot when you're thinking about buying a car and you end up driving off with an expensive vehicle? Or how many of you guys have been on vacation, sat through a timeshare presentation, and then you end up coming back home with the title to a new timeshare? So making major purchases, you should always budget for it. Know how much you're willing to pay, the monthly expenses you can afford, and the interest rate you're willing to accept, right? Now, planning for emergencies. You should have an emergency fund readily available, whether it's in cash or in a savings account. Rule of thumb is to have the 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. And when I say expenses, I'm not talking about what you bring home per month. I'm talking about survival expenses. Money that is used to pay your bills, purchase food, emergency repairs, and to make payments on your loans or credit cards. Minimum payments on loans and credit cards, right? Because if you were to lose your job, you want to be able to survive. And the next job you want to look for, you don't want the pressure on. You want to make a good decision on the next place or your next career, okay? Now, planning for college education. Best way to save for college education is to have an account that you can withdraw tax-free. 529 saving plans are great examples or great vehicle for this. To save and invest money for education. There have been recent changes to the tax laws that allows you for broader ranges of what qualifies for an educational expense. You can pay for elementary school, you can pay for secondary school tuition. Parents can use $10,000 per child per year of the 529 account fund for tuition for children from kinder all the way to 12th grade. You can use 529 plans to pay for vocational school, apprenticeship programs, trade school, community college, online courses, and graduate programs. And then you can also use it for technology and internet access. So you can use it to purchase computers, printers, computer software, stuff that's used for educational purposes. And then the other thing about 529 says they are interchangeable with immediate family members. So if a child earns a scholarship or the expenses were lower than anticipated, the funds can be transferred to another sibling or could even be transferred to a parent. Now, planning for retirement. Best way to plan for retirement is to control your current spending by creating a budget. I talked about this at the last session. Your current spending does affect when you retire or how much money you're going to have available to you when you retire, right? And then another thing is have a plan that's going to give you a tax-efficient income during retirement. You don't want to be taxed at the highest tax bracket, right? 401ks, 403bs, pension plans, and then maybe even Social Security will all be taxed at ordinary income. So to avoid being taxed at a high tax bracket during retirement, you can save money in another retirement bucket, right? Which I will talk about this in further detail in a later session. But you want to make sure that your retirement income is tax efficient. And if you have questions, you can call me at 210-557-3787, or you can email me at ccamarillo@pws-texas.com. Have a good week, and I'll be talking to you guys next Tuesday on a different topic. Take care.